There's been mud on my soul, there's been anger inside me, there's still unforgiven deeds that now it's time to free. I've been trapped inside so long, don't remember how to live, how much of life has passed me by as I slept inside my dreams. Oh yes, sip the waters too, let them wash all over you. Here you are at last, free yourself from past and walk into the new. Be guided by what's true, causing no one harm, least of all. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sat-Chit-Ananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase.
Satyam Shivam Sundaram Sansarasaram Abhayankaram Dukhaharam Karunavataram Jyotirmayam Swayambhu Prakritistudaram Shivasmarami Jagat Swami Nirvikaram.
Om Shanti. What is it like to find yourself in a paradise? Oh dear, is it an agony, extreme suffering, or is it a paragon of the karma points we earned? Is it full of admiration, respect and love, perhaps an escape from the world? Or is it everything that you have always wanted to flee? Is it the ultimate destination or the detour, the one you have taken after your death? Whatever it is, don't dwell too much on it. It is now and here that matters. It is what you do and what you think that's real. Pay attention to your thoughts, your deeds, cleanse that chaotic, disturbed soul. Move forward with the dream crystal clear and make a paradise of where you are, my dear. Perhaps the best and the most beautiful things in this world are not seen or felt, but experienced. The divine love as when God says, I have created everything for you, and you say, I have left everything for you. That's the definition of love. So yesterday we saw about the cottage of sorrow, and Baba says, I have come to take you from this cottage of sorrow to the cottage of sorrow. Is also addictive. If you start staying in sorrow for a long time, you don't want to come out of it. Even if there are happy moments, those moments are fleeting. You jump back to your unhappiness as soon as you get the chance. 10 people come and praise, you remain unaffected. Somebody comes and shouts, you remember that. You churn on that the whole night, and you see to it that you become unhappy. By your deep churnings, this tendency to absorb sorrow. Every person is like a sponge who loves to absorb sorrow. Baba says, don't give sorrow. That everybody does, or many try to do. But there is yet another statement. Don't take sorrow. But the addiction is so deep that we want sorrow. We love sorrow. It seems absolute paradox. The entire effort is to become happy, is to stay happy, to remain happy all the time. Yet, when happiness is there, you seek means and ways to become unhappy. And whatever you seek deeply in your heart, that will come to you. That's the law of the universe. If you desire something deeply, the entire universe conspires to make your dream come true. Why this desire? And why also the effort to become happy? Both have got reasons. We are the souls who have stayed in happiness for a long time, once upon a time. So deep within, there is that seed of happiness. But also, there is a long period of unhappiness. So there are many coverings, many layers. And suddenly we are here now. Again, unhappy. Behind the unhappiness there is happiness. Because behind the unhappiness there is yet unhappiness. And then again happiness. So there are layers after layers. Because of so many births. If you really ask somebody, does he want to become happy? On the surface everybody says yes. But are you doing any effort? The answer is no. Are you really making efforts to become happy? The real answer is no. Because Baba has given a set of commandments. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. If the desire had been so intense to become happy, we would have followed this steadfastly. But our efforts are flimsy, wishy-washy. That's why the unhappiness stays. And yesterday we saw why this world is a Ashok Vatika. Everything you enjoy in this world leads to attachment. And attachment makes you slave. A father is attached to his child. A child is attached to sister, brother, mother, all the worldly relationships. Attachment to things. So many expectations and so many entanglements, worldly entanglements. Every attachment has got more sorrow and less happiness. Every attachment leads to craving, and cravings are intense. If the object of the craving is not satisfied, you don't get, you become intensely unhappy. Just as an alcohol is addicted to alcohol, alcoholic is addicted, and the person doesn't get, there is so much restlessness, uneasiness. Don't think that only alcohols are addicts. We all are addicts, but our addictions are different. Somebody is addicted to person, somebody is addicted to relationship, somebody is addicted to career, somebody is addicted to post, position, somebody is addicted to spiritual things. After all, that's also an addiction. Food addictions. So many addictions. So addictions lead to craving, and craving leads to restlessness, deception. All the pleasures of this world are deceptive. You feel there is happiness, but in fact it is below the whips. It is oasis in the desert. It is just on the surface. The real happiness cannot be in persons. The real happiness cannot be in things of this world. The real happiness cannot be in body, in matter, in soil. It's a journey from matter consciousness to spirit consciousness. It is a journey from non-self to self. It is a journey from soil to what is consciousness. So matter consciousness, soil consciousness, dense consciousness, density consciousness, food consciousness. So this is all gross consciousness, physical consciousness. We move from physical realm to spiritual or metaphysical realm. So everything appears deceptive. You feel that something is going to make me happy, even for that matter some seva. You do a particular sort of seva and you feel that seva will make you happy, but without that deep silence within, if the seva is done, that seva itself is a cause of disturbance. Without jnana and without yoga, seva leads to disturbance. So on the surface it appears, it is giving me pleasure, but deep within there is restlessness. Effort, so much efforts are needed. And after that, you get what? A iota, a handful of happiness. That is also fast fleeting. Fleeting, it is temporary. It's there, now, it's gone now, the next moment. And all the pleasures of this world, they go against Gyan. The more you try to gain the pleasures of this world, you have to become body conscious. Because you enjoy the pleasure through senses, and spirituality is to attain super sensuous, supernal, supernatural bliss, which has nothing to do with body. So everything you do in this world leads to some bondage. The task of the yogi is to be in the world and yet remain detached, absolutely unattached. Do the things and get away. Just like Baba says, lotus, unattached, untouched, intact. Just as the feathers of a swan, intact. So, this conception of the new world, Vatika, Baba says this is a new world. There are so many religions who believe that the present world is corrupt and a new world is about to come. This concept, Millerianism, there are different names, but this John Miller, who put forth the theory first of all, Millerianism, this concept that a new world is about to come. If you explore different religions, all those religions say that. In Christianity, there is something called second coming of the Christ. The present world would be destroyed because the present world is corrupt world. If you go in Buddhism, there would be coming of Maitreya. He will come and the new world would be there. In Islam, Mahdi. When Mahdi will come, the world will be new. In Jewish, the coming of Messiah, the world would be new. So a new world would be there when Messiah will come. So also, if you study the concept of Brahma Kumaris, there is this millennium sense. The present world is corrupt, it will get destroyed, and a new world will come. This concept of millennium sense has always been there or gradually clarified. There are specifically two Murlis where Baba described the new world. 2nd of January 1980 and 7th of January 1980. These are specifically the two Murlis where Baba described for the first time how the new world would be, what sort of things would be there, because the present world has become degenerate. This world cannot go on for long. A new world should come, a new world will come. But before that world comes, the new world should come in our minds. It is not that something is going to come in future, that's fine. But the real golden age should come in the mind. Now, here and now. The mind itself has become Iron Age, aged mind. You convert your mind into golden aged mind. So golden age or Ashok Vatika, Baba describes a place where there would be no sorrow. When that will come? Now when you attain the stage of no sorrow, no suffering, no misery, no anxiety, no panic, no fear. When such a stage is here and now, we become entitled to enter into that new world. How that new world would be? Who will wake you up? Baba says birds would wake you up. Early in the morning, you would be very happy. There is no burden there. There is no study there. There is no history or geography there. Geography would be there. So you will be studying which place to go for picnic. What sort of dresses you will wear. Everything. There was once upon a time in Yajna, there was a great role of trance messengers. So they used to go in trance, see the things there, come back, and they would get those dresses stitched And then they will wear and they will show to others, yeah, this is the way. Now we are going to enter the kingdom of heaven. So, it is not about dresses. It is not about physicality. It is not about outside things. It is the inner transformation. The mind should become golden aged now. The golden aged mind means a mind which is pure. Just as golden age is going to a very pure world, studded with diamonds, pearls. There is no dearth of anything. It's a world of opulence. It's a world of opulence, of abundance. Everything would be there for you. There is a question answer series asked by foreigners to Dadi Gulzar about the new world. Probably many of you must have read that. There's a question answer series where Dadi is asked, will people pick the flower in golden age? Well, they will go and pluck the flowers. They will not pluck, but they will pick. Yes, they will pick them as they wish, but they won't be at all destructive towards nature. They won't hurt nature or break things. So the people would be loving. They will not be destructive. There will be peace, so much peace in their minds. They may trim certain trees according to the design they want, but they won't destroy anything with anger, with force. They may remove a tree if they need to clear a space, but it will be done with love and care in golden age. What will be the lightning system there? There will be electricity. There will also be solar energy. This type of powers won't give us any problem. They will never harm us. So if you see golden age, there is one thing, that this destructive nature is not there. You know, if you ask anybody what sort of movies they love to see, children, they say where there are fights. If a movie is there and there are no fights, people don't love. They want some fighting scenes. That itself shows we have a deep desire for violence within us. Deep desire for violence. Why people love to become bodybuilders? Is it just for show off or exhibition? No, there is a desire to show that power in front of somebody. You have to show that I am muscular, I am powerful. So deep down, very deep, there is a desire for violence. That's why we love to see people fighting. You're going and two persons are fighting. So when they fight, you want to stop and see what is happening. And if they become friends, you just don't enjoy. You go ahead. You would love to see that they keep on fighting. In golden age, the very desire for violence is gone. Are the flowers different colors from the flowers we see now? What will be the colors in golden age? Same colors? Red, blue. Then, which colors? Which variety? The colors will be very beautiful. They will be all colors that people love. There will not be any new colors that don't exist here, but sometimes color here are a bit dull or faded. Everything will make people feel happy. Everything will be bright. The flowers won't wither or die before time. The one who works with the flower will know when to change them. So there would be a gardener. It's about creating that garden now in the minds, in our mind. Beautiful thoughts are the flowers. Waste thoughts, the worldly thoughts, the vicious thoughts, the addictive thoughts, they are withered flowers. Throw them away. They are weeds, not flowers. Make your mind the garden of Allah now. Sometimes we go touring around to see certain beautiful scenery. Will we go to see any natural places to please our eyes? Dadi is saying, not so much. There is no sorrow. So you don't feel the need to go somewhere to refresh the self or to make the self happy. There is no need, but sometimes you may go. But otherwise, now why people go for picnic? To become fresh. That is the reason. Where they go? To sea beach. Okay? So Sundays, this is the city and this is the sea beach. So weekends they go to beach For what? For solitude, for silence. But the whole city is at the beach. So where is the silence? There is no silence. It is just a poor mental satisfaction. Because wherever you go, there is a disturbance. The whole crowd has come there. Will we eat raw food, flowers, or cooked food? We will eat some cooked food, but nothing heavy like there is here. The food will be very pure. We won't eat dried food there, fried fruit there. We won't eat anything that is cooked a lot. We will eat food that is raw, flowers, and lightly cooked. There won't be strong spices. There won't be any need because the elements are pure and the food will be very tasty. Food will be simple and it will provide natural taste. There will be mostly solar energy there. In this way, natural resources are preserved. The sun keeps sending its power. We will be using that power in the way we want. So there are many descriptions of things about Golden Age. We'll post this. So Baba says, create that stage, Golden Age or Satyug. It might have geographical definition, but for Confluence Age, it is not about a place you are going to go. It does not have that geographical definition. Rather, Golden Age is the name of the stage. It's not the name of the place. It is the name of the stage. You create a golden aged stage. A stage where you are stable, where there is no confusion in the mind. There are people who are filled with confusions. Questions, questions, and questions. Their questions are never answered by anybody. To reach that calm stage is the goal. One of the questions asked to Dadi Gulzar was, are we allowed to become jealous of your silent stage? Dadi, should we become jealous of you? Because we see that you are so silent most of the time. Other Dadis, they speak, they give classes, lecturing, but you remain calm. And we love that. Should we become jealous of you? Are we allowed? Dadi says there is a story behind my silence. When I was very small, 8 years, and then gradually 16 years, and also my parts started changing. And I used to go in trance. And the Gyan become clear. It can become clear because of these trance messengers. Not just Dadi, but there were so many others. Earlier, the trance was more for entertainment. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. From 1940s to 50, the trance messengers were more for clarification of knowledge. All the knowledge got cleared because of these trance messengers. Because even Brahma did not know what things are happening. So he used to send trance messengers and they would bring messages. So Dadi says, because of this repetitive going in trance and bringing the messages, and there would be questions every day. Baba would be ready with questions. Go and ask. And then she would go and see things and ask. In fact, Avyakta Brahma was the source of most of the knowledge that we have now. The knowledge become clear from this Avyakta Brahma. So Dadi says, because of this going in trance again and again, it became my nature to remain silent. That is a secret. Because every now and then I had to go. So silence became my nature. And everyone's part is different. So there is no question of jealousy in that. Because this trance thing is a blessing. It's a blessing. You cannot achieve it by your efforts. So at the age of 8, Dadi said, what knowledge I had? I didn't know anything. What efforts I did at the age of 8 that I got to know so many things. No, I didn't make any effort. So there are 3 things. One is trance. Second is yoga, meditation. And third is visualization. Trance is a blessing. You can't achieve it. Yoga is your effort. You have to make effort. You have to stabilize your mind. Focus your mind. Make it pinpoint. Make it one concentrated on one point. And visualization is different. Imagination is something where you are taking the help of fancy. So we are going to enter this new world, but first create that new world in mind. Not everyone can enter into this trance-like stage, but yes, yoga and imagination is within our power. So with this yoga, the golden age would become clear in your own mind, and the golden age would be created as well. Om Shanti.